It is as you play Schubert's Sonata in A major that I realize your hair ribbon is the paint chip twin of your gown, cobalt. And I think, how cliché of you. In high school, you wore your combat boots tidily. Never scuffed, you denounced boys as distractions, giving your Friday nights to Boeing in the place of movie dates. Irresistibly kind in your rejections. On that camping trip, we crouched and wrangled rice noodles into a colander, narrowly missing the leap into dirt. Our eyes were as wet with laughter as those freshly boiled strands. That night we stargazed, barely a foot of picnic bench plank between our shoulders, your moon cheeks full, campfire smoke percolating our fleeces. I'd never used the word unwieldy to describe you, but that soot on your chin made you look unwieldy when morning came. My barefoot found a slug in my hiking boot, almost as unpleasant as leaving. Years later, when Juilliard said no, we made sundaes, thawed the disappointment like a pound of frozen raspberries. Rejection can be said sweetly and still stain, so it is as you charm Schubert out of violin that I notice the audience for the first time. Hanging onto every note of your horsehair strings, salivating silent praise when I realize they don't know about the Sundays. They would be surprised, not charmed, if a laced combat boot were to peek from under the billow of your gown. They see only the poise, plump and red and still bleeding from the memory of freezing, but you shed your grief like seasons always change. You've spent your life looking down the neck of a violin, bowing effortlessly, plucking perfectly, but you are still unwieldy. It comes to me that I've never been this close as to hear you breathe while you play. And for a moment I see the cloud of your exhale on the pine-scented night. A black wisp of hair flicking in tempo, a rebel streak of wood ash.
The only way that I would make a baby is by giving my eggs to Andrew and him making using the scientific method, connecting the sperm and the eggs and then putting it inside of you, Emma.